2 rounds. But you've got to give Jake credit. He went out there and had a solid game plan and was implementing it at times, was landing shots and was avoiding getting hit with the big shots. But there's a reason we have weight categories in boxing, and I'd say he sticks with the cruiserweight division where the guys are the same size as him, because that, without having the schooling, the many years, I was able to give away 100 pounds in weight because I've been boxing since I was 10. I was an international amateur and world champion at cruiserweight. That's why I was able to do the big jump and use the tactics that he used to win the heavyweight championship. But credit to him, nothing but respect for Jake Paul for putting on such an event and putting himself in harm's way.
I would imagine some people back home for you are going to say, man, AJ should have gotten out of there in 2 rounds.
Anyone who understands boxing knows it's very difficult to close the range on someone who doesn't want to hold his feet. And AJ's supposed to just run around swinging and missing. No, he's supposed to wait for the right opportunity, which he did. And once the opportunity presented himself, he landed and the fight was over. But anyone who kind of gives AJ stick because he didn't knock him out in 1 round doesn't understand boxing.
What level would you say Jake Paul is after that performance? What level would you say Jake Paul is?
It's hard to tell. It's very, very difficult to see what level he was, because he was fighting someone in the top 5 in the world. So fingers crossed he can fight in cruiserweights, and we can see how he gets on against world level cruiserweight. I think he'll have a lot more success against a cruiserweight than a massive heavyweight, because the shots that he receives aren't going to be as heavy, and they're going to be a bit quicker though.
Were you surprised that AJ got caught with that big bowling shot from Jake Paul?
No, it's boxing. Everyone's throwing punches. It's hard to overanalyze a fight like that. It was more of a spectacle than an actual fight. There was one person, AJ, trying to land shots, and Jake was being strategic and was slipping and sliding and being awkward. And he had a solid game plan, and he implemented it for a few rounds and was able to survive for a few rounds. But obviously, it's hard to move your weight around and avoid punches the whole time. It takes a lot out of your legs, and he hasn't had that many professional fights to actually be conditioned to be able to move for 12 or 8 rounds, let alone 12 rounds.
Is he ready? Honest reaction, when you were watching the rounds, 1, 2, 3, where you're like, oh my God, like he's getting rounded, like I can't believe what I'm seeing.
I can understand what was happening because he was moving his feet.
Yeah.
He had a good, and I knew, I'd heard that that's what his game plan was. So, Lawrence Okoli was saying that he's very difficult to pin down, and I could see why. That's why they had big sparring partners coming at him, with him ducking and diving and moving. So, credit to Jake. He gave a great account of himself. Gave a great account of himself. Nothing to be ashamed of. He dared to be great, and there you go. Have a nice one, guys.
Cheers, David.